anyone who's suffered a migraine knows what a migraine is. But for people who maybe haven't, what is the difference between a really bad headache and a migraine?
You know, you bring up a really good point because there's stigma associated with migraines, and sometimes people will call it, oh, it's just a headache. Why don't you just take something and it'll go away, it's just a headache. But a migraine is a neurological disorder. And I think more and more we're realizing that it is a disorder of the brain nervous system. It's a neurological disorder. Right now, we know more about migraines than we ever did before.
Could you have a mild migraine?
You could. So that's a great question. If you have a known diagnosis of a migraine, and let's say you have a headache and you're not sure if it's going to become a migraine, more likely than not, that it's probably part of the same migraine spectrum. If there's a trigger added onto that, it might convert from a headache that's just maybe a squeezing or pressure-like sensation and then turn into a migraine. But we have specific medications that target specific mechanisms that have been developed, and that's how we know that migraine is not just a headache. It's a real neurological disorder, and it's something we can treat. It's not something to be afraid of. It's very common. There are over 30 million adults that suffer from migraines in the United States. Probably there's a lot more than that because a lot of them are getting underdiagnosed, right? They might go through their life with a diagnosis of sinus headaches or a tension headache, but the reality is those sinus headaches are probably migraines underlying. Migraines have a lot more treatment available now than they did before. So it's something that we can treat and help patients with the symptoms.
Well, that's it, because your regular painkillers don't necessarily do it for a migraine. So what is the solution?
One of the newest medications available now goes by a brand name of Nurtec or Rimegepant, oral disintegrating tablet. And it specifically blocks a receptor. A receptor is an area where certain molecules will bind to in the brain or anywhere, but specifically here, the receptor is called the CGRP receptor, which stands for calcitonin gene-related peptide. This has been discovered more recently as it relates to migraines, and we feel that this may be related to the underlying cause of a migraine. And Nurtec or Rimegepant, what it does is it binds to this receptor, preventing from further events taking place that lead to the presentation of migraines. So that's how this Nurtec medication works. So the key features about this new medication is that it works fast, it lasts, and it's simple to take. And it's a pill that can be taken just once, and it works for up to 48 hours. The pain relief starts as early as 15 minutes. Within 90 minutes, patients have been noted to have complete headache relief as well.
So if this is a solution for migraines that someone might be wanting to explore, what's the best way of getting it?
It's something that they can obtain from their primary care doctor, as well as a headache specialist or neurologist. Just ask your doctor.